call the phone team at 866-735-2470, and they can give you the full scoop for a one-time $10 fee. You can start a longevity business, earn yourself some thank you checks, some significant thank you checks. A lot of folks are making some serious coin by just helping spread the word about the longevity products. You don't really have to sell anything. You just have to tell people about them, and products pretty much sell themselves. Anyway, they can tell you all about it if you call the phone team at 866-735-2470. All right, a few more things I want to say about nitrates and nitrites, and then tell you about a nice strategy you can use to upregulate or bump up the nitrate, how much nitrate value you get from your veggies. Green leafy veggies, spinach, arugula, parsley, beet juice, celery, these are all great sources of nitrates. If you heat your veggies a little bit, you'll upregulate or bump up the nitrate accessibility. As I said before we went to break, even leaving nitrates out in the, or vegetables out in the sun after they're picked can upregulate or bump up the nitrate value of the vegetables. One of the advantages to getting your nitrates and nitrites from plants is the cofactors that are in plants, bioflavonoids, for example, and vitamins, especially vitamin C and other phytonutrients. All of these offer significant protection from the formation of these cancer-causing compounds. The big problem with nitrates and nitrites in foods is when they're added as artificial preservatives. But when they're found, these nitrates and nitrites are found in foods, they're protected. These compounds are protected. They don't get turned into the cancer-causing compounds as readily. That's the beauty of plants. They're the whole package. Veggies are the whole package. They've got the cofactors and the nutrients that protect from the formation of carcinogenic compounds and also improve the nutritional value of everything. It's a synergistic effect. All the nutrients in a plant and vegetables work together. And this is a classic example why whole foods are always preferable to any other food source, and even to supplements, theoretically. I know we talk about supplements here on the program every day, and I've been supplementing for many years, and I attribute a lot of my health to the fact that I've been supplementing for so long. I don't get sick, I don't get colds, and I attribute a lot of that to the fact that I supplement every day, and I've been supplementing for many years. But I still hate that I have to supplement. I wish I could get everything that we need from food, but everything that I need from food. But you can't do that. That's not going to happen. Whole foods are always preferable to supplements theoretically. Unfortunately, because of soil erosion and mineral depletion and processing, you never really know how much nutritional value you're getting from your plants or from your vegetables or from your fruits. You can always be sure that you're getting your nitrates, however, especially if you're eating conventional produce. That's because one of industrial farming's greatest technological advances, or tricks if you will, was figuring out how to saturate the soil with nitrogen in the form of fertilizers and basically supercharge the growth of plants. This is what nitrogen fertilizers do. When fertilizers were first developed in high amounts, or they figured out how to make fertilizers in industrial quantities at the beginning of the 20th century, farmers went crazy. Industrial farmers, that is, went crazy putting nitrogen on the soils, and these days we're paying the price. Yes, it's true that these industrial nitrates, or industrial fertilizers, supercharge the soil, and we got lots of abundant growth of plants, abundant growth of crops, but unfortunately all of this abundance came with a price: nitrate pollution. And as it turns out, it's not just crops, it's not just corn and wheat and soy that benefit from nitrates. Everything does. And when the nitrate fertilizers run off from farms and agricultural facilities that use lots of nitrates, eventually those nitrates hit the water supply, and we got some big problems after that. Once those nitrates hit the water supply and they end up in the ocean, very, very bad things can happen. Nitrates and the trace amounts that you get from plants, that's a good thing. But high concentrations of artificially produced nitrates that end up in the water supply, that is not a good thing. And this is a source of a lot of toxicity. And it's a big problem when it comes to algae. I'll tell you why. You see, algae are plants in a way too. They're vegetation in a way as well. Not exactly, but close enough. And nitrates like algae like corn or like wheat or like other crops, they thrive in abundance on nitrates too. And then when the algae get all these nitrates from the agricultural runoff, it ends up in the water supply and ultimately ends up in the ocean, the algae start to grow so prolifically that they can actually create areas of low oxygen. They burn through oxygen via their growth, and ultimately end up with dead zones in the ocean. And it's a big, big problem. There's hundreds of dead zones all over the world, and a lot of them are caused by overgrowth of algae that follows nitrate pollution. There's a dead zone that's 24,000 square miles wide. That's the size of West Virginia. There's dead zones in the Gulf of Mexico. There's dead zones in the Pacific Northwest. There's dead zones in the East Coast off the coast of Virginia. And all of these are attributed to nitrate pollution that comes from fertilizers. And this is one of the reasons why we want to be going organic. Let alone the health benefits of going organic. Obviously, you're not getting pesticides. That's always a good thing. Let alone the health benefits to us for going organic. What about the health benefits to the environment? Using organic foods, fertilizer-free foods, the more fertilizer-free foods we eat, the less fertilizer is necessary, the less fertilizer will be used, and the better off the environment will be. So to sum up, nitrates in their plant and veggie form, good thing. They're a source of nitrogen, they're a source of nitric oxide, and they can help with circulation, they can help with the brain, they can help with the heart, they can be keys to staying healthy and getting healthy. Veggie juices, veggie soups, and veggie salads. And by the way, you can get nitrates on top of your skin too. If you put spinach with a little bit of heat and a little bit of oil, I'll tell you about oil here in a second, you can actually bump up the nitric oxide level of your skin. Nitric oxide improves circulation. That means more nutrient delivery from your veggies that you put on top of your skin in the form of a mask, a spinach mask or a parsley mask, any kind of vegetable mask. You grind up your vegetables, put a little oil, subject them to a slight amount of heat, and then just put them on your skin. You'll upregulate nitric oxide in your skin. You'll have better circulation, better detoxification, better nutrient delivery. And then, if you put your topical vitamin C on your skin afterwards, or even mix it in with your spinach mask or your parsley mask, you'll get better absorption of your vitamin C, especially if it's a lipophilic or fatty version of vitamin C. And this brings me to a very important point. It's always a good idea to mix your veggies with oil. The oil will bump up the nitrate availability. It will increase or improve how well your body can absorb the nitrates and the nitrites. Yes, oil. I did say oil, and I've been getting all kinds of letters and phone calls and questions about oil. Is oil bad? Is oil good? What's the deal with oil? Personally, in my opinion, there is a lot of valuable nutritional elements that you can get from oil. And when it comes to nitrates, there's an interesting chemical reaction that occurs between nitrates and oil, and the oil can improve the accessibility of the nitrates. I'm going to have more to say about this whole oil controversy, and it is a little bit of a controversy. And personally, in my opinion, there are oils that have a tremendous nutritional value, and you're throwing out the baby with the bathwater if you avoid oils. That's my opinion. I know other people have different opinions. We'll talk about that on our next Bright Side episode. When we come back, we're taking your phone calls. 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back after this.
Are you hungry for delicious, nutritious, rich, and satisfying home-cooked meals? Discover the Vita Clay 4-in-1 Smart Organic Cooker. Unglazed Zisha Clay, an ancient secret that makes this fast multi-cooker so special. Infusing your food with incredible flavors, perfect texture, vitamins, and minerals for your good health. It's a slow cooker, rice cooker, a steamer, plus a yogurt maker. Go to VitaClayChef.com and enter promo code RADIO20 for 20% off at checkout. That's VitaClayChef.com.
Virtually anyone can hack your cell phone and track your calls, your texts, your emails, your every movement, but only if they can detect a signal. Stay one step ahead of hackers and Big Brother with a Block-It Pocket, a custom-made pocket infused with pure silver that creates a complete Faraday enclosure for your cell phone. For free shipping to the lower 48, visit blockitpocket.com or call 888-315-9618. blockitpocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
The Genesis Communications Network is one of America's premier broadcasters of captivating talk radio. We thank you for listening. Now, just imagine, there are thousands of people who are just as passionate about radio as you are. But what you may not realize is how easy and affordable it is to advertise with us. Radio commercials for your business could be heard on hundreds of radio stations across the U.S. every day. We can help you by creating an effective radio advertising campaign for your company. From script writing to producing your commercials, commercial, just like the one you're listening to right now. No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. And no matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com, and an experienced advertising executive will help you take the first step towards driving more customers to your business or website. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
Hi, this is Steve Sanchez, and based on a recent study, it was found that 57 million Americans had legal issues over the last 12 months, but only 60% of those studied sought out the services of a lawyer. Why? In a nutshell, affordability. Well, my friends at Legal Shield have created a solution that can help you not if, but when you need an attorney. For as little as $17 per month, Legal Shield will provide you unlimited access to qualified attorneys at an accomplished law firm for advice and counsel on legal issues, no matter how serious or trivial. For over 40 years and with 1.4 million families across North America, Legal Shield can help you, the loyal GCN listener. Representatives are standing by now to answer your questions, so call them now at 1-855-340-SAVE. That's 1-855-340-7283, or visit them at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com.
Results will vary from case to case.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit goberkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey guy.
Independently leading the way for the nation. Compelling talk for every political persuasion. We are GCN.
On the bright side, I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thank you for joining us. We're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central. All the shows are archived at BenFuchsArchives.com and also BrightSideBen.com. If you miss a program or if you want to review a program, there's so much information that we put out here every day. It's probably a good idea to review some of the stuff, and I'm always learning new things, so every show there's always new exciting stuff to talk about. Nitrates and nitrates have been our subject here for the last 2 or 3 weeks. We're going to finish it up here, basically finish it up. You know what, I basically did finish it up, but I do want to talk about the whole idea of oil for nitrates and just oil in general, with all this controversy around whether oils are good, whether oils are bad. We'll talk about oils on our next Bright Side episode. 844-236-6010 is our number. Time to hit the phones. Let's go to Rose in Virginia. What is up, Rose? How you doing? Rose. Do we have Rose? Or no? No Rose. Rose? All right, I'm going to put Rose back on.
You know that I got cut off. What I was trying to share was the Dr. Ben Carson, which I had in higher esteem. I heard him the other day on Fox saying vaccines are not dangerous. So he's not part of my likes anymore. And then Ron Paul, he's a neurosurgeon of all things, retired, but
I thought he was an eye doctor. I thought he was an eye doctor. No, wasn't he?
No, neurosurgeon.
He's a neurosurgeon. Rand Paul's a neurosurgeon. Okay.
No,